What's happening, y'all? How you doing? I wanted to touch base with you and uh, kind of get some things straightened out. I finally got that haircut. One thing I want to make sure, and everybody needs to understand that we still have over a year, okay, before officially things happen. But there are many people out there that think that there won't be a 2024 election. We have to prepare ourselves for that. Now, that's another complicated story all in its own. But for the individual person, you need to think about you. Now, everything that is shelf stable food, you need to pay attention to and where it come from. Even canned soups and all that, it's pathetic. They've got so much GMO crap in it. It's pathetic, and it's everywhere. But there are still certain food markets that don't sell any GMO crap at all. Those are the ones that I suggest you go to. Beans, rice, anything shelf stable that can sit on the shelf for as long as you need, that's what you need to. Beans and rice go a long way. Filtered water, things of that nature, water filters and everything too. Our water pressure is driven by our power grid. Okay? So if our power goes off, we're not going to have any water pressure. Now that sets in a whole new scenario of issues. The people, their biggest things that they keep in contact with are their phones. Most people, they don't have any way whatsoever to charge those phones. Even Amazon, now you need to watch out because Amazon is one of the biggest purveyors, right along with Walmart, that sell more Chinese stuff than anything. We've originally thought that it was only to a certain few things that China had sunk its tentacles in. But now there are people finding out that China has literally put things in their electronics and all that so that we got from them. And these things are everywhere in our power grid. I found out that it's in the military complex. All of it is all, to where that China just has to type in a couple of lines of code and disable them. I don't know how deep it goes from cell phones and things like that, other stuff that's made in China. But for the biggest part, it's going to be stuff to where you need to think like, this is one too, and it's made in China as well. This is by Stealth Angel. Okay, this thing has the cords and everything all built into it. It's made in China too. Now this thing, it might even have a deal to where you could lay your phone down and it charges it as well. It's got a light, and on top of that, it's a solar panel, and it's a 20,000 mAh. It's a very thick battery, pretty heavy. It folds out to where you can soak up the sun if it goes dead, and even if it's dead, the solar panels will still put out power to charge your phone. Now, a lot of people think that hopefully the the biggest thing to where everybody's thinking to where they hope that maybe we can keep communications with our phones. But I'm to the aspect of it to where if they really want to set in the most confusion, turn everybody's phones off. I mean, I don't really care because I lived my life long time ago before any of this ever come out. I've been around since there wasn't any computers. You know, we didn't grow up with computers, and I don't need the technology. You see what I'm saying? But Amazon sells these little banks that are about the size of your phone. They're probably about 15, 20, 25 bucks, 35 bucks, whatever you want to, whatever you can spend. Now, there's a possibility that with, if anything happens with our power grid, that they won't be able just to punch in a little bit of code and disable those too. But if they don't, then you'll have a way to charge your phone. But it's not going to be in a capacity where you can stay on it 24/7. It won't. It won't do that. It might charge up for a little bit to where you could get on and have some communication for a short time. That's it. There's things to where people really need to understand. Oh man, and I wish I could say different. I wished I could say different, but I can't. There's too much stuff going on the other side of the planet, y'all, that you really need to understand. They've been they've been annihilating each other for many, many millennia. And they're doing it again. Nobody knows where it's going to stop. Nobody knows who's going to do what when they get down to being totally defeated and probably wiped off the face of the map. Who knows what they'll do? You see what I'm saying? That's what we're dealing with right now. Putin is trying to help Africa because he knows that our country has literally been using Africa, and Britain and the UK. A lot of other countries have been doing the same thing to Africa, and it's horrible, man. Just look at the all the thousands and thousands of kids that are don't have any parents or whatever, but they're forced into the cobalt mining, the lithium mining, and all that kind of stuff out there. Yeah, look into that. While you're at it, look up Bill Gates and polio in Africa and Kenya. Yeah. But they are doing everything they can on the other side of the planet to start up something, and trust me, it will not be long until it gets here, y'all. Okay? That's just all there is to it. I wish I was wrong. But like I said, power, food, MREs. Now these things come in the little packets and stuff. These are the old school deals. They have the MREs with the bag with all the other little crap in it and everything. You don't really need all that. Now you can go to your Army Navy store and they have these foil packets, and a couple of adults can eat off of one of these. They are packed with calories and they are formulated for very little waste, if you understand what I'm telling you. So they're pretty good. And on top of that, comfort food, guys. This is a chocolate banana, what is that? Muffin top. So, comfort food for women and your kids, guys. Okay? Do something while you can, because everything that's going on, if you're not paying attention too much, look over what's happening in New York right now. There's literally people over there in their third world country that are saying F this, F this. They want to go back to their third world country. It's better than living in a liberal run city. No kidding. But you need to look into, let me carry on. Everything from, like I say, the solar stuff and all, you know, radios, everything from a mobile ham radio that you can put in your car. And if you have the power base and everything in your house, you know that you can run it from your house. Bigger antenna will help. And if you can run this sucker up a tree or a pole or whatever, it's going to increase your range. These are Bofang radios. They're 8 watts. They're GMRS radio walkie talkies, and they're decent. Midland, Motorola makes some. There are a bunch of other ones out there. Yaesu is a Japanese maker of radios that are pretty solid and all. Now, who knows if China's got that code in these too? Nobody knows, but they have literally woven themselves around everything in our daily lives, and not only that, they've also woven in, was able to oh, our military complex. We have so many things that were like computer chips that were made in China that are in a lot of the electronics. There's good news, huh? So there's too many things to say, too much to do, but you need to start thinking about what you can do now. And gear, backpacks, and things like that. This thing is just my ammo bag. It goes with me everywhere. You know, extra mags there. I've got other things in my sling and all. Okay, this is just a shoulder bag that you could get one. I got it at my Army Navy store. You know, it's got a bunch of pockets in it. You put your medical gear, your tactical and all, the tourniquets and things of that nature in your pack to where it's all right here. So if anything ever happens, you can take care of yourself at least a little bit till help comes. You know, and people, if you're not and if you're not proficient with the firearm, I suggest you get one. Okay? Now, this here, it's an AR, and it's an AR 10.5-inch barrel pistol. It's got a faux suppressor on it. It's not real, but it's just like a barrel extender. But you need to start thinking about how you're going to defend yourself, how you're going to take care of yourself. I live in Texas, so I'm not really concerned about anything. That's one thing that's I've been telling people a long time ago. You do know it's the United States of Texas and it's 49 biatches, don't you? Yeah. Because nobody wants to mess with Texas, and if they do, they know damn well that they're going to get their ass handed to them. We've got people from all walks of life in Texas. People that came to Texas that I know of from even around the other side of the globe. That's where they wanted to go. That's Texas, and they got there. A lot of people out here, they say, well, I'm not a Texan, but I got here as quick as I could. And that's no lie. But I'm going to try to help you out with a little bit more, see what I can dig up. There's some other information. That's one thing I was wanting to tell you I forgot. I'm sorry, but Renogy, Renogy. It is an American solar panel maker, and they also have all kinds of setup. And the 100-watt solar panels, if you know a little bit about just some batteries and a 100-watt solar panel with an inverter and all that kind of stuff that you can hook up to a battery that's got a couple of plug-ins in it. Yeah, I used to have one, man, but I need to get another one. I'm going to, and I'll try to show that to you too. But there is an old guy that, what is it called? RV Living, I think it is. And he talks about all kinds of stuff, all different types of little power hookups and things like that to where you can at least run a refrigerator, yada yada. There's other thing I'm trying to get into that. Like I say, I could chat y'all up for freaking days, man, with all the shit that I know. So, I mean, I got a big smoker. You know, I want to show y'all about smoking some meat and shit like that. Vacuum seal it. If you have one of those, good. Use it. If you don't, get one. Yes, there are so many things that you can do for yourself before it gets bad. And we've got 6 to 8 months now, maybe sooner, maybe sooner. So don't wait. If you can hear my voice, do not wait. Do what you can as soon as you can, little bit by little bit. Defer some payments. That's what I did. Yes, defer payments, whatever, save yourself some money, whatever you have to do. Little bit by little bit. Make yourself do something before you have to. You understand? Don't wait to the last minute, because if you do, you're going to be the one that's get caught outside. You understand? Looking in. And you don't want to be on the outs when something like that goes down. So I've got some more stuff that I'm going to digging up that just some information I'm trying to help y'all understand that what's coming at us, these people really want to disrupt things as much as they possibly can, and possibly even just try to melt away in the chaos. If they know that they're losing, which they are, what are they willing to do? Especially when you're a godless demon. You don't care about anybody or nothing, nobody, no how, no way, except for the money in the bank. That's all you care about. And if you get control over them, and if you can't, then you'll crush them. Yeah. That's what old Klaus Schwab over there, his dad was a real Nazi, and now he wants to run everything over here through California and New York. Yeah. Ha. Yeah, good luck. Like the shirt says, yep. God bless the United States of America. Screw you commies, you know the drill. Y'all have a nice night. I might be back. I'll try to do some more. I was kind of busy today. But I appreciate y'all. Thank you very much. Later, y'all.